Hello everybody. So today's episode is going to be a little bit special. It's not going to be any analysis that we talk about or which property is actually good. But today's episode is actually also, as the title suggests, we're not here to talk about whether Feng Shui is real or fake. That's the wrong question. The better question that we want to ask today, right, is how, when you're buying a property in Singapore, what are some of the genuine Feng Shui concerns that you should be concerned about? Or what are some of the myths that, might cause you to miss out a perfectly good unit? So, I don't want you all to reject a good unit for the wrong reasons or to buy a bad unit, for the wrong comfort lah. So today, we're going to break it down very clearly with someone who does this professionally. Okay? So with me today is Khan from Lotus on Water, and he has actually been practicing for Feng Shui for the past 10 to 20 years.
Actually, about 30 years.
Okay.
It's just that I look young. Since 11, I've been learning.
Okay.
So I'm about 40 this year, so nearly 30 years.
看不出.
Good feng shui, it makes a lot of difference. Yeah, that's a key thing. Yeah.
Okay. So before we actually go into this, I just want to share a little bit lah. So as a Feng Shui advisor or Feng Shui master per se, how would you actually explain what Feng Shui is to someone who is maybe completely skeptical?
It has been very long since I met with someone completely skeptical. But it really depends on who that person is and where they stand. So if I meet someone who is a bit more analytical, so I would be telling them Feng Shui is about time and space, about how frequency, energies and move. If someone is a bit more on the humanities side, I will quote them all the sources, the history and the things that we studied before. But most of the time, I'll just tell them that, you don't even know how electricity works.
Yeah.
But you use it. Correct. So I say that, you're going to buy a house. It's going to be a huge investment. And I suppose your future and fortune worth more than it. Why not you give it a try? The worst thing that can happen is that you lost that Feng Shui money. Money can be made back, but what if you actually gain something out of it and you realize that you should have started earlier? So sometimes I just tell them that, come on, you just try. I can convince you hell and heaven. You try it, and you see my walls and my people, all these people, you talk to them and then you feel how it is. Yeah, usually that's what I tell them. Yeah.
I see. Okay. You work with a lot of properties buyers, I suppose.
Yes.
So how is this different from most people, like when they think about Feng Shui? Is it more practical than we expect?
As in, do I give them more practical things or
This Feng Shui today, is it more of a practical reason or is it all for mystical?
There is a great practical reason to it. And if you're coming from the perspective to support people who are buying properties, I sometimes make it very simple for them. Because I say, don't be overburdened by the Feng Shui. Number one, you don't have the luxury of choices already. If not, you're the wait 3 to 5 in the market. Yeah. So I say, go for the things that really is important for the Feng Shui.
Okay.
For instance, open the door, face balcony, the wealth will go out. I say, come on. It's not logic.
Actually, that's very common. I think a lot of...
I've been trying to debunk all this thing for the past 20 plus years of my life. So I will tell them the focus, look for one thing. If this thing can fit, then we talk about the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's easier for property buyers.
Correct. Okay. So before we actually go into the myth, I want to establish something. Because I think there's 2 types of buyers in today's market.
Okay.
One that is totally convinced that this Feng Shui thing, I'm very serious about it. Then there's one buyer who thinks that it's all superstition. Right. Honestly, I feel that both of these buyers will actually gain something today.
I think so, yeah. I really think so.
Actually, why do you think? Because you just said, you have not very long met someone who is completely skeptical.
Yeah.
What do you think? Why do you think that Feng Shui still have such a strong hold on Singapore properties buyers today, especially among buyers who are now very analytical, very data driven?
I think, actually, I have seen more and more younger clients nowadays. I have seen more and more Angmo speaking clients nowadays.
Okay.
I've also seen more and more Westerner clients nowadays. So I think if you drag to the extent, why are Angmos so enthusiastic about Feng Shui? We have a big following in Netherlands. They are so 夸张, they're so 夸张 that if they move a table in their office, they will have to call you 3 a.m. Singapore timing.
Seriously?
So you ask them, why are you so enthused about Feng Shui? More enthused than what normal Chinese would do.
Yes.
And those who have already know us will say, oh yeah, because it works, that kind of thing. So I have this client. This is a very, very good example case. He's a Russian.
Okay.
And he's a Jewish guy. So Russian, Jew, Feng Shui don't come together.
Yeah.
Correct, doesn't come together. Big, tall Angmo,
Yes.
He came to Singapore and then he told his driver, I want to look for the best Feng Shui. Okay, eventually they found us. after many years, then I asked him, because now we are friends, so I can ask him. I said that, why are you so enthusiastic about Feng Shui?
Yeah.
He said this, and I think that's what a lot of people are thinking, especially in this analytical era. He is engineer background, and back in Russia, apparently they have Feng Shui TV show,
Oh.
very liberal.
Wow.
So he saw his wife one day come back, and he asked the wife, rich lah, very rich, what do you do for this Feng Shui seminar that you went to? So we went there, and then there was a bowl, and then the master of sorts, write the wish for your husband, put one stone on top, write the wish for your kids, and then he went on. Then he felt that, oh my god, this sounds like it's not Feng Shui, it doesn't sound Feng Shui. But deep in, he thinks that if this Feng Shui thing is something that a particular culture has believed for, let's say, for more than 3,000 years, there should be some kind of truth into it. So he was very open to it. So when his business expanded to Singapore, he said that since I'm in Asia, I better check it out. So from him, if I want to answer about that skeptical people, so I will answer to him that, okay, Feng Shui is time and space. Let me draw the entire logic to you. Let me prove to you by previous histories. If I say that these things will happen in every 180 years because how the stars move, I show you the history, and then if you are not convinced by it, then I have nothing to say lah.
Yes.
And histories repeat itself because the stars come back again. If you believe in this theory, then Feng Shui will work. So eventually it became one of my top clients. So that's how it works. I think analytical people will start to think that, you know what, I'm going to really to analyze this thing. Yeah. So he told me very simply, and he said that whenever he does a business, he has asked his lawyers, his accountants, business advisors. He would ask about the Feng Shui as well. In the end, it is just another wing for him to take reference. He take the decision, he combine all this advice, and so be it. So I think that's a very good approach to Feng Shui.
Yeah, I think it is. Somehow you sound like a property agent also, no? We also show the past 5-year trend, how the market also move. Then we say, hey, data-wise tell you this thing happen, you think won't happen again?
So now I'm more conservative. I say that, well, if people come and ask me whether this property can buy or not, I would ask them 2 questions. Like, are you buying for own stay or investment?
Yes.
I cannot advise you that this property will increase in price because you have to leave it to the professionals. I can only tell you from a Feng Shui perspective, is this a good house?
Yes.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Somehow it feels like our presentations are also quite similar, right? How we approach the clients.
Yeah,
nowadays.
my clients, I want them to know what they are doing because you're correct. There are many ways to those people who feel that Feng Shui is a lot of fluff. I think sometimes it's because they seen some things online and then they have experience that 你相信就好 that kind of thing. But I think our ancestors' wisdom, all the I Ching and everything, there's a whole logic to it. In fact, this Feng Shui in historical terms, it's not called Feng Shui, it's called Su. Su, the first one is called calculation. Su, the second word is called technique. So it's a matter of calculation. It can be calculated. There's a logic to it.
Still data.
It's still data. It's kind of data. So some people ask me, is Feng Shui a science? I said, if you have to put it in this context, I'll tell you the closest science it is called empirical science. Empirical science is that 10,000 times this scenario happened, 9,999 this thing happened. So the correlation is strong. So that is empirical science, and that is actually Feng Shui.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, this is actually...
Haven't opened third minute already, so deep already.
No, but I think
but
that is good.
How we go, yeah.
Yeah, I think that is good because a lot of our clients or the buyers that we meet are not at their understanding. That's why I feel that actually having a more deeper understanding, at least those who are per se skeptical, can maybe become less skeptical.
Yeah.
And because, like I said, I don't want you to miss the units because of the wrong reasons, you see.
Yes.
And that's why today I think this session is really to debunk some of the myth that we actually be talking about. I know that before we actually went to coming to this podcast, we'll be discussing about this.
Yeah, I talk about this all the time.
Yes. So I'm going to cut all the 5 myths, then later I will send it to you, then you can actually just send to the clients easier for your sake.
I think that's will be efficient, yeah.
Okay, so before we go into the specific myths, I just want to ask you, Kan, in your experience, what are the buyers most worried about when they're evaluating a unit?
When it comes to Feng Shui.
Yeah.
When it comes to Feng Shui, the direction. The direction will be the main
Direction
concern.
is the main concern.
Yeah.
Very good. It's one of our
it's one of
our topic today. Okay. So you see, one of the most is already in, and we have 4 more.
Yeah.
And to make sure that at least we are all on the same page on this, from someone who is a professional, at least we have a better understanding. Okay. So the first myth, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. The first myth that we have, right, is actually this: unit is facing the road.
Unit is facing the road.
Expressway.
Yeah.
T junction or sharp corners. In Chinese, correct me if I'm wrong, 冲路. Is it called 冲路?
They call it a chong, or sometimes they call it a sa. So is it good? Is it like they don't want the unit to face that thing? Is it?
To me, every time when we ever go to viewing or we go to the show flat, then they will say like, hey, this unit not bad, but this one got 冲 this one main road, 冲 the main road You know, how does Feng Shui consider this? Is this problematic or is it something that is always a deal breaker?
No, it's not a deal breaker.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that when it's at a corner, there's a road directly facing,
Or
then it's
T junction
bad.
per se. Okay.
Yeah, that's why when people ask me about direction, what we do is that we look at the direction of the house, and please be mindful when I'm talking about the facing, I'm talking about the biggest opening. Classically, it's called 气口. A lot of people now, they go to the 门口 and liang, but if you're most likely, if you're a condo, HDB, your 门口, your door is not your biggest facing. The stretch of windows, we look at it and we measure, and then this is a bit more technical. Then we see what are the stars or energies there. Some energies are great to be 冲.
Okay.
So in fact, it's better.
Okay, yes.
So it's like, let me give you an example. So let's say you have this unit facing a condo unit, and right in front there's this junction. The road cuts into you.
Okay.
If that unit, that particular unit, that star there is the wealth star. Okay, cut the story short, the high wealth star. It is good. The road will give you more wealth.
The wealth star is coming to your
它会
house.
冲. So maybe the only upsetting thing is that the not balanced thing is that 这个钱来得太快. Is it a bad thing? No. Sometimes the wealth
problem,
can be too
healthy problem.
impactful. Can be too impactful. Then lost a bit of balance here and there.
I see.
So it's fine. The road serves a particular purpose. It's
Understand.
good. So is it detrimental? Slight bit. So you find this not bad house, then you go and do something about it to mitigate the thing lah. Correct? Rather than you stay in a house that has no external elements to help you activate the wealth
Or
star
to improve.
then you have to do a lot of things to your feng shui, So I wouldn't say it's utterly bad. Go back to the direction and see whether this road, this junction is good. I'll give you an example, Back in the old days, all the roads and everything, they are actually determined by the rivers.
Okay.
Let's look at Singapore's context. If you look at Singapore River, we have the Singapore River. The side that is, I think it's called concave. Yeah, the side that is meanders this way, here, all the banks. On this side of the bank, traditionally, all the government houses. Are we saying that 这个冲 then government houses not good? Then build there, they're okay. Our parliament houses, they were okay. So each side has its own advantage.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a deal breaker.
Okay, very good. Okay, can I just ask one thing? Does height actually matter here? For example, if we 冲 for some reason, but this unit is on level 25, does it actually help the situation?
It helps. Let's say it's a bad chong.
Okay.
It's a bad chong. Yes, it helps.
So if it's a bad chong, then you buy as high as possible.
Yes.
If the good chong, you buy lower floor.
It's actually good. Actually, good chong 的话, the thing is about whether can you see the chong or not.
Okay.
So let's say if you are on the third floor and you can see the road directly. I don't know any houses like that or not. Landed. There are some landed that you are just that you need that the road comes here.
Yes.
So if it's you can't choose, the landed is yours.
Correct.
If it's a good chong, congratulations. If it's a condo, somehow that road is over here. If it's a bad chong and you have no choice how to buy the unit, then you have to do something to mitigate it or try to use that energy in a good way. I always believe that you can use that energy in a better way. I don't believe that the energy is stuck there.
Because correct me wrong, energy there's no good or bad per se it's just force or energy it's how you make use of it.
So if it impacts on a certain sector of the house, there is a good or bad thing.
Oh, okay.
But I think we still can use it well.
If you know how to manage it.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So I really don't think a lot of default things are terribly deal breakers. If you talk about height, yes, once we determine with the front facing the 气口 what kind of feng shui configuration belongs to, some houses are better for 买越低越好 because it's closer to the earth. Some houses 买越高越好 higher the better because maybe on the 25th floor you can see the sea or you can see the Bedok Lake, Bedok Reservoir, and because maybe you want to see the water, so it's better. So that is a determination.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Because from my perspective, sometimes these units are a little bit so-called not so perceived as good
Yes.
So the units can be a little bit more cheaper. Actually, you think about if we can get maybe a 5-10% or even say a 2-3% discount or all this, actually it's also not bad. At least you save money.
Yeah, you're correct. So it comes from when the property investment and the buying and the feng shui perspective. So when someone buys, let's say, a third floor unit, and let's say you have all these elements that perceived as bad feng shui, so you get it at a better price. Okay, whether you can sell it eventually 4 years later at a better price, that is a question lah.
Yeah.
That is, you have to ask the expert lah. But yes, if you choose to stay there and if it's verified that it's going to be a good unit, don't worry, all the hearsay feng shui doesn't matter. Actually, it's going to be good for you. You stay those 4 years, maybe you what leh?
Yes.
Then you can. I sell at a loss. I buy. 随便啦.
Later one of the myth I tell you. I got one also like that.
Okay.
So I think the takeaway here is, be it whether it's the T junction or expressway or whatsoever, yes, it can be a concern because it has always been ongoing being said.
Yeah.
But I think it's not automatic.
Don't jump into say no, I won't take it. No, sometimes it can be good. So verify first. Then,
Sorry, go ahead.
Then verify first. Then I'm not gonna buy it. Yeah. But if not, you'll be filtering a lot of good houses, no?
Precisely. A lot of people miss out good units also because of this. Like, I feel that apart from this, maybe you also need to consider the height, the distance, or maybe how direct, or whether this 气口 is this路 is what kind of 路 before you decide whether this unit or cannot.
You are absolutely correct. So it's like how far. Oh, there is a thing. They like to say poison arrow. Wow, far away. But so far away cannot shoot you lah.
The arrow after all also draw, right?
So how far away is that so-called obstacle? How far away is this junction? And in between, are there anything to mitigate or actually make the impact softer? Or actually bring in the good luck but ward off the bad? All this, a lot of things to talk about. Really, yeah.
Oh, feng shui also very big project.
In a sense, luckily for Google Map.
Okay, so at least we know. Okay, the second myth that we talk about, right? This one is a bit personal for a lot of buyers. Okay, many people refuse to actually consider any units that's maybe near the temple, facing a temple, facing hospital, those let's say funeral parlor kind of things. I don't know, from a feng shui perspective, is it all negative or is it like a perceived value, like this one not so auspicious? I don't know.
It's a perceived value. It's an absolute perceived value.
Okay.
There are a few schools of feng shui. One is called the facing pai, the one that about the flying stars, which is determine the direction. The other is about the Li Qi pai or the Luan Tou pai, which is talking about the forms of the mountain or whatnot. These are the ancient books. Okay. I don't think anyone has done a reasonable and acceptable translation of the hospital is negative energy. No, I don't see it that way. And if I always like to quote on ancient buildings that has feng shui before. For instance, like let's say if you face temple, the Forbidden Palace is well feng shui. Everyone knows about this in Beijing. The temple is just right, go out, turn left. There's a temple. This is one of the temples. They have a lot of temples there. How do you talk about this? 怎么讲呢？这个 So cannot be ma. Yeah.
Understand.
So I don't think it really minds. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is prison. What about prison? The east side properties, the Edelweiss. It's a prison. What? I got a lot of wonderful clients there doing well. What? Okay. What?
So Edelweiss doing well, guys.
My clients are doing well, staying there, freehold.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's fine. Yeah.
Because I have one real case scenario. So the buyer's parents, right, refuse to approve this purchase because it's actually facing like the they call it what, the columbarium, the Linghuta.
Yeah.
My buyer has no concerns about it. He say, okay, well, I mean, it fits my budget, right? Yeah. So in this situation, how will you be able to counsel this person or the parents, per se?
Once again, I would quote examples because to talk about theory a bit too far already. History too far already. I will talk about. Do you know which is one school that is very close to a columbarium?
Off my mind, I can't remember.
Raffles.
Oh,
right next to it.
Oh yeah.
I joke you not. Yeah.
But Raffles good school, huh?
Okay. They believe in feng shui. I think there's a side topic. But they are just right next to it. One of the principal's office or the vice principal office can actually see it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, interesting. Okay. So I would say that maybe not all institutions are equal in feng shui lah. Same thing, it also depends on the distance, the orientation, the type of 100%. It as well.
Yeah.
And importantly, I also feel one thing that we also want to be very careful that we should stop lumping everything into one situation. Near temple means no good.
Yeah, no.
I feel that this is something that is a little bit too much lah.
Like you look at the properties near Guangmingshan.
Yeah.
$1 million HDB leh.
Yeah.
What 你怎么讲呢? How to say? Cannot be what?
Yeah. That's why I say, I mean, there are a lot of people who actually, they reject good units for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. It's such
end
a
up,
pity.
and end up, because you maybe don't know what you believe, then you end up you buy a bad unit for the wrong comfort also, which I think this is not the right thing lah.
I like this tagline that you do today. Yeah, this is an excellent tagline.
Thank you. You can put it into your name card.
I'm gonna put it. Yeah,
put it somewhere. Okay. Okay. These first two are a bit heavy lah, huh?
Oh,
so the third one we're going to talk about something I think is very practical, especially in Singapore.
Okay.
Okay. If the unit is facing the lift or the staircase, because why would people believe that this is bad feng shui?
I don't know. I don't know where it came from actually.
Or is
I
it just
really do
tradition?
not know where it came from.
Huh, really?
I really do not know where it came from. You've been on my gallery, so I have all those books.
Yeah.
Some people ask me, have you read all those books? I say, no, that's not my book. I couldn't find one source that says that if once you open the door you see the stairs, then what will happen? The wealth will go away? No. It doesn't make sense, right? So you all talk about stairs, right? I tell you about stairs. Once again, the Forbidden Palace, 三个大殿, the three main palaces. You have to walk up the stairs to see the emperor. Then when the emperor faces you, there's a stairs. There's tons of stairs going down there. How do you judge? How do you compensate for this? They built it like this one. It's supposed to be like that. And face the lift, so what? I think it's a matter of comfort and privacy. So if you don't want people, like once they open, they see your door, okay, fine. There's nothing to do with feng shui. Nothing much to do with feng shui, I would say.
Okay, I can tell you a personal story. I had a relative who used to stay in a condo somewhere.
Yeah.
So for the unit, right, the main door is right facing the lift.
Lift door.
The lift door. So the master said something like, "Oh, this is very dangerous." It's like, I don't know if it's correct. I don't remember correctly because many years ago, like, oh, this is like the towards the Hell's Gate.
Sorry.
Then the relative, of course, is scared one lah. It's like, walao, this house I just bought, then you tell me like that, then how? So they had to do a lot of pi lah. They try to pi lah, they put the talisman lah, whatsoever lah. I mean, everything went okay, nothing wrong, but that was something that was very, I remembered it very clearly because I don't believe anybody buy house, then you open, you see it's Hell's Gate, then you're very happy on. That's why I wanted to ask this because it has something that I also have experienced per se, and I was very curious that how this actually happens. Like,
as in this analysis happen. Truth be told, I also don't know how this eventually evolved into something like this. I must say that, okay, we go back to the fundamentals of feng shui. So what I always like to do is that we always go back to the fundamentals of feng shui and the classics and the books, right? Extract the theory, extract the principles, and apply it to today's world. The point is that a lot of people, when they apply feng shui in our environment nowadays, is that they put in their own other beliefs, which is fine. I'm okay with that. You are Taoist, plus feng shui, Buddhist plus feng shui, whatever that is. But I think that if you go back to the fundamental books, I don't think anyone said that you open the door, you see something, you see another door, let's say you see another door, the lift door, and see another door, 门对门, then it's bad. Then like that, you will never find a house in Singapore. Is it true that 100, you look at statistically, we were just talking about Hong Kong. Hong Kong houses, every house is 门对门. How?
If you watch Hong Kong movies, they're mostly like that lah.
Correct, yeah. So I don't think it's a terrible concern. Let me put it in this perspective. Let's say that there is really a unit that the house door faces the lift and this family doesn't feel that good luck. I would say that maybe it's not because of the door, it's something else in the house. There's something fundamental in the feng shui that was not solved.
I feel feng shui aside, maybe why the lift and the staircase, all this became a concern in the modern times per se, based on what you say, the old books don't have. I feel it's more of a privacy thing.
I think it's a privacy thing.
Like,
I really think it's a privacy
because
thing.
the lift open, then my neighbors can see my house, or next to the lift, they're a bit noisy because they close the door. Then it becomes like a disturbance for me.
I think it's a privacy thing.
I feel that this could be the case.
Right. I think it's a privacy thing, less than a feng shui thing.
Because you see, what if the unit tick every box?
Okay.
Right price.
Okay.
Right layout. Right location.
Okay.
But the door face lift.
Okay.
As a buyer, should they walk away?
No.
See?
No. Yeah, absolutely not. Then also, okay, if I want to have one more plus on that point, plus good price, good location, whatnot, and let's say by my theories of feng shui, the facing is correct, it's applicable. Then you say, oh, but cannot the door face the lift or the staircase? Cannot, but you say cannot lah. Okay, I would say that there's no 100% perfect house. I'm not saying that it doesn't absolutely matter. It's just that you are catching the small little things, but you forgo the fundamentals. Your stars haywire, but you say, 这个门 not facing the lift, I can buy. Wrong. You are not tackling the fundamentals, but you tackle a small thing, no point. Yeah. Then the feng shui is not executed.
In fact, just now we were chatting, you're telling me before feng shui, what should the buyer be doing first?
You should be very clear about why you want to buy a house.
Yes.
What's the purpose? So when people, I'll give you a real case scenario or how I actually do things. When people say that, hey Mr. Khan, can you help me check whether I can buy this house or not? The first question I'll ask is that you're buying for own stay or investment? Okay, because it will entail different kind of feng shui configuration.
Yes.
And if you're saying you're buying for own stay or investment, I'll ask you if it's a new unit, I'll ask you when the TOP. That means that from then onwards I can start to calculate the stars.
Yeah.
Then I don't even actually need, I just need for reference the parts or the people.
Yeah.
They don't need to match actually. Then we will say that, okay, fine. This unit is great because of the facing. That's about it.
Okay.
You have to, then I tell them that you have to go and determine your price, your location. You want to be close to the school, whatnot. All these criteria, your tangible criteria fixed already. Then you choose those units. Let's say they choose condo. I said, they want to buy a new condo. I said, you go and find. Don't ask me first. Price, location, whatnot. You list all those estate stacks.
Basically fit their criteria or living first.
Correct. Because if let's say they ask me, you say, can we find the best feng shui house? If let's say I really tell you, you know what, the best feng shui house for this period is going to be in, let's assume Sentosa.
Okay.
Sentosa 4 mil. Then how you stay? You stay in road, man? No, you choose based on
your
previously, because we do what we practice what we preach. So previously, Master stayed in Sentosa. A lot of people said, Sentosa good, I want to stay there. Not stopping you, but let's talk about something practical. Your price, location, close to school, close to MRT, whatnot, whatever criteria you select your checklist. Estate stack, which unit. Then I say that, then you if you're my client, you give it to us, then we say that, okay, you know what, we rank it for you. These two are the best, second best, the best. Then go and buy lah. Yeah. That's what we do lah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because if I tell you something that is excellently priced, excellent feng shui, the price way out of budget, or you say you have to go and stay in some far away place. Come on, that's not good lah.
I mean, even the feng shui, everything star aligned. Every day you go there, you're still not happy, right?
Feng shui is a very human thing.
Yeah.
Feng shui, if you really tie to the classics, some people say, is it Taoism? Actually, it's not. It really is. It's actually Confucianism, and Confucianism is about it has to be productive.
Yeah.
Human.
Yes, correct. Okay.
That's the thing.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah. So
you
now
have to stop me if I talk too much.
No, it's
because
fine,
it will continue long. Honestly,
I think that's where the viewers will be very interested, because at the end of the day, I think they're all very confused also. To a certain extent, they're like, 可以吗? Cannot. I have buyers who tell me, say, this one, facelift, face corridor, my feng shui master say. So you realize actually why I also wanted to do this episode is also at least we actually discussed and came up with the top 5 most common concerns that most buyers have.
Yes.
And actually with that, then you realize, then you will have a more neutral understanding, because at the end of the day, it's not about us, it's about what your understanding is.
Correct.
Okay. Now the myth number 4
okay.
is sensitive one. It's about this number 4. Can buy or cannot buy?
It's like if the unit number, if it's level 4,
Okay,
if it's unit number got 1 4
it could be level 4, it could be the stack number is 4, it could be 总之 you see 4, then they say 不好啊 4
I also don't know when this legend came about. I really do not know. I mean, I was born in Hong Kong, so you know what they do right in Hong Kong, right? They'll skip number 4. They will say 3, 3B, 5, that kind of thing lah. Or they said 4 because Hong Kong buildings are super tall, right? So 4 would be anything has 4 would be
maybe.
or they need to have one floor that is emptied, just in case there's fire.
Oh,
so yes, Hong Kong because there are 50, 60 floors,
I see.
so you need to have that floor to barricade just in case of fire attack. The thing about 4 is this: I can say so many words that has the word 4 in it that is utterly auspicious. 四季平安. It's so many. I can go on the list, and we have 四象. Feng Shui is 一命太极生两仪，两仪生四象。四象八卦，四象 that means that the 4 different directions.
3B.
Yeah, it's a 3B.
No 四象
It's
3B
okay.
象.
Yeah, 四大名著. There's always the 4 in Chinese word. I really think that something happened. And if you go China, they are not very pantang about this.
Interesting. I feel that
Hong
a lot
Kong
of
people,
Singaporeans
yes.
are quite.
Hong Kong people, yes.
I would say Hong Kong.
That's why they avoid that thing.
I
I
see,
understand.
yes,
but
yes.
China, not really.
Interesting.
I think it's got to do with how we pronounce that word in certain dialects.
I'm just
and
if
influence.
if I understand correctly, could it be because like it's a Cantonese cultural feel?
I really think so.
Because it's same.
Yeah, say. Maybe it sounds a bit the same. So maybe, but what dialect are you?
I'm Hokkien.
How do you say Hokkien?
Die.
You so that is it. But I heard that there's one dialect group in Singapore that don't mind about this thing. I don't forgot which one was it. But okay, I drag you to another topic. Moving house, moving in. Some people roll the online, right, and roll the Mandarin oranges,
Yes.
right. I mean, truth be told, you buy a house for a few $1 million.
Yes.
You do feng shui for that kind of money.
Yeah.
You really think that? I'm sorry, this has been very offensive. You really think that true Mandarin oranges would add on to the hardness, ma?
Actually, this is what I'd be very curious about. Like, does it actually add on to that hardness, or is it a ritual thing?
When I was in my college days, I was going through the phase of hardcore theoretical feng shui.
Okay.
So like all this no use, that kind of thing. So I mean, after a while, when you practice it for some years, right, then you realize that there is no harm doing it because online not going to cost you that much money,
yes.
right? So you roll and you say, "Voila, okay, this kind of low damage things, 做了, it's fine." Right? But to avoid a unit entirely because it has a number 4 in the A, wow, then what if it's a good unit? You're missing out $1 million opportunity.
What if that unit is cheaper than level 3 or level 5?
Yeah.
A
But
better entry price per
Of
se.
course, I cannot account for the perceived feng shui value, and eventually you want to resell that kind of thing. But hopefully, one fine day, because I mean, we're all Singaporeans, we should be quite sensible enough that hey, let's throw away
Actually,
this
I think
thing lah.
recently I had one case. So the buyer was choosing between 1441
1441 lot
and
of
1444.
1444. Yeah.
So naturally, as a buyer, right, what do you think she would choose?
41. 41.
I mean, practically,
Let's go,
at
per
least
se.
one less month.
Yeah.
Then I add on one kicker.
One kicker?
One kicker. I said 1444 is 70k cheaper. Will that
70K.
actually sway her? Will that actually sway her impression? She
sway,
did,
yeah.
Eventually, she went to buy 1444.
Yeah lah, I think it's fine.
And she felt like suddenly, you tell her save 70k, 1444 sounds like very good, no?
Yeah, I would do it. I would do it.
Yeah, so
I would
that's
do
why
it.
you see sometimes I feel that buying property, I definitely understand that there is some maybe say in terms of dialect, our parents where certain things were not for. It's all for love. It's
Yeah.
all for we want to make sure that
Respect.
our kids are blessed and you
Yeah.
know whatsoever. But actually, in terms of it, if it doesn't, it shouldn't just be the only consideration point.
Yes.
Like say in my client's case, 70k difference
Yeah, that's a
for the
lot.
same layout,
Yeah.
same size, same facing.
Right.
That means to say next time she sells 70k cheaper, she makes the same profit.
Yeah.
So, really no good, man.
Yeah, I really don't think so. I hope that eventually people can, then your client can sell higher already.
I also told her lah. I said, I mean, this is good, ma.
Yeah.
Because I feel that I think a lot of buyers, some buyers are, another group of buyers like this. They are not pantang per se. They're not superstitious.
Okay.
They worry their next buyer was superstitious.
That's the thing. That is the thing. That might be the only thing that is stopping certain things. So we can spread the theory that it doesn't really matter. Hopefully, the next buyer will also hear this podcast or hear this episode and or know us, then say, no, it doesn't really matter. Just go ahead. That will be the eventual thing. That is the thing that Lee Kuan Yew has about feng shui also. That what if the perceived value in the end? So therefore, you subscribe to feng shui. That's what he said. So yeah, the perceived value of it eventually. But I hope that back to the starting, when people are getting more analytical, they are willing to actually delve deeper into the true essence of feng shui, and maybe they will realize that it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
it's
feel
really
it has
terribly
to.
inauspicious, we have 9 main stars. It's a bit technical.
Yeah.
The ancestors will avoid the number 4 absolutely.
Yeah, why would it have 四大名著?
Yeah, 四大名著102黑3碧4绿 You avoid this star entirely. Cannot be.
I feel like say lah, because end of the day, this number 4 is a fear in the market.
It's a fear.
It's a perceived fear.
It's a perceived fear.
It's not a feng shui fear like you buy this no
Correct.
good. And importantly, if let's say you're buying a property and like say you say 70,000, really no good.
Yeah.
I have a friend. They stay on the 14th floor.
Okay.
The unit is also 440.
440.
Yeah.
Wow, you have a lot of friends with all fours.
Yeah, lor. 5 years born 2 kids, then the kids are happy and healthy growing
yeah,
up.
it's okay.
Actually, and
It-
you're doing well, okay, no?
That's good.
I feel that sometimes this is where we need to be. I think it's perspective.
Yeah.
When we are selling his house, as a buyer that came in, super loved the house, Then the mother said, 440,
Yeah.
You know what he said? 你不觉得他有点像那个 Avengers 那个 A 咩？我有看过 A 嘞。
Very good. Yeah.
Then I said,
Yeah.
it actually changed my perspective. Like, if you think about it, if you see it from a positive angle, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's
Correct.
it's really not bad, what?
Correct. Yeah, I tell you a joke. This morning I went to eat. Around my gallery, there's this fantastic yuen tau fu. I love it.
Okay.
So the bill came up to 13.8. Then the auntie was saying that, oh, wow, 一生发. Then she realized that she miscounted and it should be 14.8. And she didn't continue because got 4 ma. I say for her, 一世发. 4 is 4 ma. 1 life ma. So it can be auspicious if you want to play by that.
It's a half. Can I say it's a half? You know the half cup empty or half full theory.
Yeah, it's perceived thing, really. So
Very
4
good.
is okay. 4 is okay.
Okay, good. 4 is okay, especially if the price is okay.
Yeah, I really think so. Why not? Yeah.
70K. Okay, so now I want to ask you something very direct, and I think that this is a myth that is the most dangerous of the 5.
This is the 5th one.
Most dangerous
Oh,
one.
okay.
Can good feng shui actually compensate for a property with poor fundamentals?
Can good feng shui compensate?
Like bad location,
Ah.
overpriced entry,
Ah.
weak resale demand.
Okay, so what do you mean by compensate?
Like, my location no good, I pay very expensive, the resale demand not strong, but maybe I do the feng shui, suddenly I can sell very high, I make very good profit. The resale buyer chiong in, I want to buy your house.
I'll give you a personal example. Can
Yes, please.
Did I tell you my own story before? So my previous unit, I say already, this unit can still sell. My previous, I long ago, I bought corals at Keppel Bay.
Okay.
So I think eventually I realized it has terrible resale value. And is it in the correct location? There are no schools, there are literally no schools around. So
Local
that'd be
amenities
fine.
not so much lah.
Yeah, maybe you rent out, that's fine. But I bought it because, our habit is that we go to a space, then we take out the seal direction.
职业病.
Yeah, you sit there, right? You then say, then I just blunted. I just said, this house has good feng shui. By default, I think the agent heard, then after pester me, then eventually was saying, right, I went to buy that unit. That unit eventually, I didn't sell at a profit. So could it fix the property market fundamentals? I am skeptical. But the thing is that I bought it, and actually after that, I met a lot of wonderful clients from that unit directly. So how can you say it? So I make money because it was a hot house. I managed to make it hot. I did a lot of business, but can it fix the fundamentals? I cannot be for sure. I once had a project. I once had a call for my client. It was one of a development in a very rich place. They tear down the whole building and they make it into a mixed development. My clients so young, got money, go and buy a few commercial units there.
Okay.
And I didn't know. One day he said that, hey, Mr. Khan, are you passing by this place? Bukit something. Then I said, yeah, I say, can you come and I meet you there for coffee? Later we go and see my units. Cannot rent out leh. I went there, my God, that place was a 死城eh. None of the units were rented out. And he said, can you do something about this feng shui to make it rent out? I said, you have 100 over units here. You are telling the MCST has to get me to do feng shui for the entire 4 plate before something can happen. So I cannot. I can only make sure that your own personal luck gets better. Hopefully, this is indirect wealth. It gets so. Feng shui, I don't think it can fix property fundamentals. Property fundamentals is one aspect. Feng shui is another aspect. You have to consider and put them together. That's it. Which brings to the question why, when people want to buy property and I'll ask, are you buying for investment reasons or are you buying for own stay? Own stay, you stay there, you what? Okay, really what? If you're buying for investment, you're thinking to exit in 3 to 4 years, then we better choose a place that hopefully, even by feng shui ways, it should increase in capital by then.
Okay.
That's the thing. Yeah.
So it must still come hand in hand lah. It doesn't
I
mean
think so,
that
yeah.
it's like you already start 2 floors lower than the rest. You still want to go and buy, you want to be overtaking other people.
Yes, I have absolute faith in what we do as feng shui, but if you have to be practical about things lah, correct? That's why we have different experts. People who choose house and tell me, okay, I'm going to tell them that, well, I can tell you this house feng shui good. If you're staying, you can make good business, your kids will be happy, your kids will. But as to whether 4 years later you can sell at a good price, or you have to ask the expert lah.
Yes. Okay, good. I think that's a very good point. I think it's a very good point. And okay, so for this last takeaway, I just want to be very clear about this lah, right? I think Feng Shui supports good units.
Supports good units.
Supports the good unit, right?
Yes.
But it cannot rescue a bad one.
As in, if the fundamentals,
the
property,
fundamentals
as in,
the property
it cannot
fundamentals are
rescue
not good.
the value of the unit. Yes,
correct.
If you put it in the property sense, yes.
The best one, the best unit kind, right, is those that combine both.
You're correct. You're correct. So that's why when clients see units, right, I say that you go and speak to your expert, you go and speak to your realtor, that and based on all your criteria, you choose already. Then I'll tell you according to this, Feng Shui comes in, which one we rank again. Try not to flip it around, because if not, everyone will have a terrible hard time.
Because now we go to show flat, then the buyers seem to like it.
Yeah.
Then they say, I need the site map and the floor plan. then they start to send to the masters lah.
Yeah.
Then they say, then the master says one cannot lah. This one face the don't know what lah. I stay here, I will fall sick every day I stay there no good, I will 漏财 Then I like, the whole stack 漏财 Really?
That's the thing. Okay.
Have you heard someone
okay,
like
that is
that
the thing. You say this kind of thing also. So sometimes you nothing to do, I scroll, then I see some people, I don't know where Singapore, and anyway I just say open up the site map. I think it was conducting classes, Feng Shui classes. They say, okay, look at this building here. Here, got one angle, that kind of thing. I tell you, you stay this unit, right, confirm will get some kind of cancer. Very specific, some kind of cancer, I was like, wow, I applaud you. I said, how can you be so specific? Okay, so my point has always been, this is a built-up unit already. People are already staying there. Can we do a statistic? How many people deal with this kind of cancer? You tell me 13th floor got one person deal with this cancer. Sorry, that's not a very good thing. So I don't think so. I don't think so. And the thing is that a lot of houses can remedy one. I put back to the fundamentals again. Feng Shui in the past, those who can use Feng Shui, not farmers. They have the well-to-do. Let's talk about kings and queens, emperors. Emperors and these leaders, they have certain decisions. I am going to attack that city. You tell me can or not? The general will give his advice. The finance minister give his advice. The Feng Shui person, back in the old days, if we do Feng Shui, 我们是四品官. Anyway, got title one last time. Got title one. Then your job is to make sure that the emperor's decision be done to the best. And you be telling emperor cannot, you do this, you will get cancer. I think before you can finish the statement, your whole 九族 go and chop it already. So it's about how to solve the issue.
Yes.
Right? So that is the whole thing. I don't believe. And okay, one more thing. And now we are in terms of timing. How did I convince my Russian client that Feng Shui is pretty much science? There's art to it. Is because the basis is yin and yang, and yin and yang, when translated into something simpler, is time and space. What about time first? Time, there's a clocking thing. Period. 1 year, 5 year. We are currently in this period called period 9, which lasts for 20 years, 2024 to 2043. Unfortunately, or fortunately, in this period, I would say there is no default solid good house. You very difficult, you can find, you step into one house, the facing, whatnot, straight away A, 7.5 upon 10, A already. You do anything Feng Shui, it's bonus. Sorry, I pull up you can check out my TikTok, I say this all the time, because this is what I stand for. A lot of houses, actually you go in, it's 5 or 5 upon 10, they're about. So actually one house doesn't make much difference to the other house. By default Feng Shui. By default. After that, you say that, okay, it fits your price, it fits your location, your kids, whatnot, and you buy and say, you know what, I think I'm going to stay here, I'm going to make it a good house. Then you sort out Feng Shui advice to make it better. I think that should be the way to do it.
I think what you're saying here is that while the Feng Shui for all the houses are more or less similar, right? The person, because every house, the buyer looking at different criteria. For example, I stay in Jurong. Then now I see this Jurong house I like, then near the MRT, near the school, and of course maybe price wise I'm okay. It also helps to enhance the points of the house. Compared to a person, I want to buy Tampines, but you really go Jurong West. Then no matter how good the house is, right, you say, I don't want.
Technically, eventually you stay until first year. You stay, okay, this is good Feng Shui, but eventually your personal habits and your personal preference catch up.
Or like you have to travel 2 hours to work every day because of this place.
Right? Cannot be what. So I think we have to be practical about a lot of things. I think Singapore property market, if I'm correct, there's still if you want to stay in the east, there's east choices. If you want to stay in Marina area, there's Marina choices.
Definitely.
So be it. Yeah. Then choose according to that, and then find a good feng shui house and do up to good feng shui. That's it.
Yeah.
I think feng shui can be done up. Don't just死板. I mean, find perfect house. I've heard case scenarios before. Some of your colleagues came to me and I hear this. I can laugh for 3 days. Or the house must face this direction. The toilet must be in this corner of the house. The next to the toilet must be this. I'm not a property agent, but I know that this kind of house don't exist in Singapore. You
Later I share my case study, then you understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we have gone through 5 myths.
Okay.
If I noticed correctly, some of these actually, of course, they are real and practical reasoning lah. But of course, some of them are just don't know where they came
culture
from.
lah. It's culture lah. Yeah.
So personally, where do you draw the line? When will feng shui concern becomes like stop being practical and becomes a superstition?
When the person who tells you this feng shui thing cannot explain why. I would say that there are many different schools of thoughts. There are many ways to solve a math problem, math equation, and then there are many ways problems. So you have different equations. You can do it this way. We arrive at about the same answer. But if you cannot prove you're working, you cannot answer one. Just 相信我吧. The kind of thing I don't think that should be the thing.
Actually, that is very practical.
Correct, right? Yeah. It's why? Why is it so? Oh, because 神讲的. Sorry, then that's not feng shui. That's religion. I'm sorry. Yeah, because that's religion, right? There should be a theory and there should be a logic to it. So my clients will follow me for 3 years, 4 years. They roughly know when they come and ask me a question. They roughly know how it is already because the logic is the logic. System is the system.
Actually, today's episode, I expected it to be more, a bit more mystical, a bit more, the stars align like this, then the chi is this, then you look at that. But you realize, right, actually throughout this whole session that we have, one word keep popping out.
What? Logic?
Practical.
System? Practical, yeah, I think it will be practical.
And I think that is something that's very interesting in today's feng shui context because it's no longer just believing, for example, this number 4, I was sick, my low is high, whatsoever. But there's so much more aspects to this, right? To support whether this number 4, for example, will be a taboo or will be really a no good thing for you lah.
Yeah, it's just a cultural taboo.
I feel that this is where it becomes very practical because the question now here is every buyer should ask, right, is like whether this concern is actually coming from understanding or is it derived from fear?
Yes, I think you are correct. You are correct.
This is a very true thing.
So if finally one day in my readings I read a reliable classic, number 4 cannot, then I will change mine. But the thing about reading and knowing this because my mentor, Master Yun, he is 6th generation in the family. We have distilled all this thing, we read through all these classics, whatnot. I think the beautiful thing about it is that, okay, this is the principle. This is the principle. And how do we apply into this modern world? And that's it. And then you realize that after that, then we only need to be concerned about a few key things.
Yeah, because you realize that every time when buyers have a feng shui concern, right?
Yeah.
Especially for advisor for myself, there's nothing much I can do.
There's not much you can do.
For example, the master says no good. Then
Okay.
okay.
Then how? Like,
Then-
what are you looking for particular facing or what? That kind of thing?
Then the next question will be cannot okay. So it's totally cannot or I can pee or I can like whatever. He said, oh no, cannot. We just have to keep looking. And this leads me to my life example. So I have this client where he's thinking to be selling and buying.
Okay. This is happening now.
Happened.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was looking for a house to upgrade lah. We want him to grow his asset to upgrade,
Sell and buy.
right? Yes, sell and buy. So he told me, okay, let me go and before you go and do the search, right? Let me go and consult my master. Then at least I tell you the parameters lah, how to go about this.
That's good. Yeah.
Then okay lor, then go lor.
Yeah.
The first criteria, or rather the only criteria lah.
Okay.
He say right, must be east-west facing.
East-west facing.
Okay,
Either face east or face west lah.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you understand most of the condo layouts, the door if face east, the balcony is behind. So just east west.
Yeah, can
So,
possible. Yeah.
Possible, right?
Yeah, possible.
Then I said, then your whole house is like gonna going from morning to night. No.
In a sense.
Then he
yeah.
said, bo pian this one the feng shui master said good for me and all my children.
Okay.
Then I say, then first thing your children 每天 suntan, then after they come very hot. Then he's like,
Well,
no
if
lah,
the face,
just
if
fine
the face
lor.
is, they'll wake up by themselves like, 热起来
Maybe lah, huh? Maybe lah, I don't know. So we actually went on to find,
Okay.
And the thing is that, of course, he has a budget that he's working with.
Yeah.
There's a location that he wants. There's a certain criteria that he has.
These are the practical property
Yes, like okay, I might maybe between by 1.6 million. I want it maybe 1,000 square feet. I want it 3 bedrooms. I want it maybe along the purple line, the NEL line lah.
Yeah.
Because the wife go to work ma.
Okay.
Then I say, oh okay lor. At least this is something I can work with one lah.
These are you have something to work with. Yeah.
So we did find some units, but of course the purple line that he wants is more towards the Telok Blangah side.
Okay.
So like Outram Park downwards. But based on his budget 3 bedroom at that point, it's more towards the Hougang that area lah, which they felt like not very damn. I said okay. Then I tried to find the area lor. So eventually we found this area that was near Telok Blangah. I'm not going to tell you all where. Okay, the house was perfect. The price was right. Okay, the size is I think 1,200 square feet. Okay, environment is nice. Okay, facing most important.
1,200 square feet somewhere. Wow. Okay, that's something.
The best thing is the facing is correct one, the east-west one.
Oh, you managed to find it.
Good,
You
huh?
hit all the checklists.
Do you think I closed the deal?
You close?
Never. You know why?
Why?
The unit got Momo.
As
You know
in,
what's Momo?
got the feels lah. Got the
Okay,
content.
so my buyer came to a point. We see so many houses. He invested in a very good campus. Like no, you know the best you use is army one, the topo one. He have that leh. So he will put on the floor, right? Then he will start to look. Wow, 这个好嘞, east west leh. He was talking to himself. So he was bending forward, but for some reason he fell backwards. So I said, hey, you okay not? You okay not?
When he was squatting, he fell backwards.
Yeah. That's what by right your CG is in front ma.
Yeah.
Correct. No way you move forward.
Yeah.
But at that point of time, we just thought, for now, I just help you out lah. So we see the house, everything ready, right? Then we went downstairs. We went to the clubhouse. So that one was about 7-ish already lah, PM lah. So he went in to take a look. I don't want to go in because I feel like very tired. I just want to chill outside. So the daughter came out. The daughter said, "Wow, so crowded." Then I like, what you mean so crowded? Say inside so crowded. I say mean now so crowded when it's all the pitch black one inside the clubhouse. Then I took a deep breath. Then I say, you mean when your birthday party a lot of people come very crowded? Or now very crowded? Then she say, wow, inside now very crowded. That's why I come out. Then I like, wow. Yeah, okay. I really wow.
Okay.
And then I had a struggle. Like the unit fits all the criteria of my buyer. But this place like not very clean. What should I be doing?
Yeah.
As an agent, I don't know if you are watching this. As an agent, what you do? Will you push for the sale? Or you just like, 这个不可以啊? So we went down, had a debrief. I didn't tell him to do or don't do because I also cannot guarantee. What if suddenly, right, the house, the cattle start flying around? Hey, then what you do?
I get you.
Right?
I get you.
So then I asked him, hey, how do you feel, sir? After you see this, I mean, it fits all our criteria. Then he said, I agree. Finally, you find a house that fit all the criteria. But I think this unit cannot. Then I said, huh? So what happened? He said, remember just now in the unit I fell down? I said, yeah, why? He said, I felt like someone pulled me behind. And the behind, I said really I back. Whoa. But the back, right, it's just a shoe and nothing, nobody. So he said, I think we cannot buy this. Then we left I choke out of the developer and I'm choke out of the developer. Next day go temple pray, say, I'm like, wow, very scared. So you see, sometimes this example is a little bit extreme.
I understand.
But it brings us back to today. If the client comes to you and tell you, say, hey, Khan, I have this concern, I'm looking at east-west house, but it's not be able to so-called like there's some things that are not so good. How would you advise the clients? Okay, so let's put in this scenario that let's assume this way, that this client of yours came to find me. Mr. Khan, I've seen this perfect property, but when I went in a bit, that kind of thing, right? We will still assess the property first because sometimes certain negative energies accumulated in the house
accumulated long enough, they will become a manifestation of spiritual concerns.
Yes.
So if we manage to see the house and say, you know what, maybe it's just this year, or maybe a certain corner of the house, the feng shui was not tackled very well. Therefore, it created such feeling.
Okay.
Then it can be taken care of. But I will still tell the client is that, okay, you know what, this is what the feng shui says. But if you go in, you really don't feel that good, then what's the point, right? 那种 like 干嘛嘞? Yeah.
每天给这样拉 I think you also feel very like
In a sense, so I can tell you by feng shui theory, by our principles, by our practice and experience, which is good. Then the rest of the thing you have to go and decide
whether you want.
Maybe some people they feel everything, they just don't know the MCST how. 那种 okay, yeah.
那个
let's say like 那种的
Yeah, understand. Okay, so let's all bring this together because I feel that the most useful thing we can give to the viewers today is a framework.
I think
Not
so.
exactly like a set of rules to follow, but a way of thinking.
Yes,
Yeah.
a way of thinking.
So I just ask you, if today the buyer sit in front of you,
Okay.
then they found a unit they like, price makes sense, location strong, but they have one feng shui concern.
Okay.
How will you actually decide whether that concern should stop them or not?
I will first understand what is their concern lah. And if the concern is a non-concern, then I'll tell them that it's a non-concern. That's it. And of course, if they're my clients, then I will check out that unit to see whether it is best for them lah. That's about it. A best unit for one family does not equate to a best unit for everyone. Every
true.
family situation is different.
It's true.
Yeah. So a lot of the concerns that I hear are actually non-concerns.
It could
So-
be a hearsay per se lah.
Hearsay, yeah. Oh, open door, see balcony, the wealth will go away.
漏财
The master room face toilet. Master room, of course, got toilet there. Then how? Oh, the toilet is in the center of the house. No good. There's a missing corner. That kind of thing. So no, all these are actually majority. Not 10 out of concerns I hear are non-concerns. Really, can solve one. Yeah, and if it's a real concern, then I'll ask them, how long have you been hunting the property? Do you really like this place? That kind of thing. Then you can make remedies to the house
Correct.
to adjust it lah. That's it. Yeah, I'm quite sure that the amount of money they will spend to remedy the house, right, it will be easier for them than waiting in the market. Then they spend another
get
300k
priced
more.
out, everything.
Cannot be lah. Yeah.
Because actually from my side, I always also go back to fundamental.
Yeah.
Location, entry price, your layout, efficiency, resale demand, etc. Because all these things are all going to form part of your exit. Because at the end of the day, whatever you buy for own stay or investment, let's face it, if you're not buying your final home,
Yeah.
you have to exit one.
Okay.
And these fundamentals, if you are not able to check them based on even what you have access, right? How to exit?
Yeah.
I have clients who tell me, say, I want near MRT, I want this layout, right? Cannot exit leh. Take 1 year to sell one
Really?
And it's slash price one Then 你要讲什么? I mean, for MRT MRT is a concern, right? Everybody likes MRT, right?
Yeah.
Sheltered some more wall,
Yeah.
right? Then what?
Okay.
So sometimes I feel that it's not just about feng shui or whatsoever. It all have to come together
has to come
make
together.
sure that it's something that first thing you need to feel in a home.
Yeah.
It has to feel comfortable, not just by feng shui sense.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, it has to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I said, feng shui perfect. The unit every day you go to work take 2 hours.
Correct.
Go 2 hours, come back 2 hours. I think you also angry.
So you know how you can build a perfect feng shui house?
How?
Is that I've clients in Malaysia. I say, well, if you are so kick out, you want to build a perfect feng shui house, right? Very good. You go to the outskirts, buy a piece of land.
Yes.
You build from scratch up. It'll be perfect.
Okay.
Malaysia got mountains one, but then you're going to be you're going to spend 3 hours to travel to KL every single day. Are you okay? 那种
So like that, is it we should start to go to KL, Malaysia do property instead?
So,
The
and then
perfect
there's
feng shui house.
And then there's the other concern, which in Singapore, you put it together, you can't achieve it one. I talk about feng shui is yin and yang, therefore time and space.
Yes.
So we settle the space.
Yeah.
Timing leh? Every 20 years, the mega structure change, mega feng shui configuration change. Every single year, the annual stars fly around, right? Then how? You're going to switch your door every single year.
No, house must be able to rotate one.
Then
If
how?
I rotating house.
You put on the wheels. It's not practical.
Understand. Okay, one last thing. What is one thing you wish every Singapore property buyer will understand about feng shui before they start their search?
It is not as difficult as you think. Always focus on the fundamentals and be clear about why are you buying the property. Yeah, and let's say if you approach me and then please be honest, like your family situation, whatnot, that kind of thing. So it's easier for us to tell you whether it's appropriate, a good property. That's about it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things, if cannot bypass logic don't believe. I tell you one funny story before you end.
Sure.
I went to a estate before. I went to a condo estate before. The parents, the owners of the house, all 大学生, tertiary educated. I went there, I saw that there was this doormat in front that was triangle shape. When I went there, I was like, oh, curious, why do you buy this triangle door shape? Door shape mat is so funny. He said, oh, before we got you, there was another feng shui guy who was looking at this and he said that, can you tilt the door? I said, no lah, cannot tilt the door, MCSD won't approve lah, what not? Then he said, okay, in that case, you tilt the carpet. So the qi will come in that way. I think I was younger back then. I was like, please lah, 你们是大学生eh. You think the energy would stop and your carpet and then tilt itself to enter the door? Come on.
You actually said that to the owner?
I think I said that. I said that.
Are they still clients with you?
They're still my clients, yeah.
Oh, okay lah, lucky you.
I said, come on, 不可能啦. Yeah, you're correct. So I said, no, let's go back to the fundamentals again. Yeah, we do. There's no. You have a very good tagline today. I will say my tagline also.
Yeah.
There is no perfect feng shui house. There's only making it better. That's it. There's only, like, you stay in a house. How to make it better? That should be the correct question. Not finding the perfect feng shui house. It doesn't exist.
Correct. Okay. I think we covered a lot today. And I hope that, you know, what you guys are walking away with, right, is not just a list of things to avoid. In fact, I want you all to have a clearer way to think. I think we debunk a lot of myths today, right? So I think feng shui matters. I'm not here to dismiss it. Practical feng shui, like we always talk about, is always about livability, environment, how that space make you feel over time.
Yeah.
And these things are actually real.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't want you all to be misunderstood about a unit, and you know you really miss out a good unit for the wrong reason, and you end up buying a bad unit for the wrong comfort as well. So I think my conclusion today is the best decisions, right, is that it has to combine both.
Yes.
Good feng shui plus a very practical fundamental property search. A unit that feels right and a unit that actually makes sense. I think that's the main perfect goal for all of us.
Yeah, this sense thing, what you say, I totally appreciate. I totally agree as well. Must make sense.
Yes, correct.
If it makes sense on all the 2 to 3 criterias, all the 3 to 3 platforms, wonderful. Yeah, that should be the case.
Okay, so anyway, thank you so much, Khan, for today, for spending your time to be so practical and taking your time to share so much with us. If you guys are looking out for a property per se, you know, just you're not sure whether your concern is a real thing or a myth, you know, do contact us, and you know we can be able to give you more guidance, and we will take it from there.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much. I'll see you all soon. Thank you.